Hey guys, it's your girl Deanne, and I am back again today with another video. Now, I know you're probably wondering, why are you dressed like somebody's aunt? Well, that is a very good question. I am dressed this way because I just did a video interview for American Airlines. So I just kind of want to tell you of my experience and what to look out for if you receive an email to do a video interview. So number one, I applied like most of you guys, and then I want to say within a few minutes, I got a link to do an assessment. Now, I did a lot of research after I took the assessment, and I've seen that some people have failed the assessment. And I just want to kind of go over that just for a second. So the assessment to me is giving them like a profile of who you are. It tests your personality. It gives you kind of like real life scenarios and what would you do kind of questions. So the way you answer these questions with some of them is like agree, strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree. Like I believe those are some of the options. And they'll ask you a question like, I tend to get easily frustrated at work. Now, I expect you to answer strongly disagree. You don't want to hit agree with that because that's letting them know, American Airlines or any company, that you tend to get frustrated at work. With these assessments, I'm not saying to lie, but kind of use common sense. I would never answer agree. Even though you may get frustrated at work, I mean, hell, I get frustrated at work. The thing is, you don't want to let them know. You want to sell the best you. So with that kind of question, strongly disagree. Because he disagreed to me is okay, but strongly disagree is like, that's not even in my DNA to get easily frustrated at work. Another type of question they ask is like a situational question. And I do recall one that they asked regarding husband and wife. So basically, the question was like, okay, the wife has boarded the plane. She is crying. She is upset because her husband is not on the plane and the doors are closing in 15 minutes. What would you do? And so they gave you examples of answers like, I wouldn't do anything. I would just assume that the husband knows it's time to go. Two, I will wait before the doors close to say something. Three, page the ticket agent and let the ticket agent know that a passenger is needed to board this plane before the door closes. So I chose the best answer, which was to assist that customer. If she's crying, she's upset, not to do anything, you don't want to answer that's what you would do. You want to give the best response that's going to make you look like a hero. And that's what I did. Another question they asked is about if you worked with a crew member. And the question was like, you noticed that the cabinet snack tray was not locked up. What would you do? Basically, do you snitch? Do you tell the supervisor? Two, do you assume that the crew member is going to do their job because they are aware of the job duties? Or do you take the initiative to go and lock the snack tray and say nothing? I said I would just lock the snack tray. And the reason why is because I forget things at my job, right? And I don't want no one to snitch me out. If it's something so simple as, locking up a snack tray, why would you tell on me? So that's how I look at it, right? I look at it as the airlines is wanting to see, would you be a leader? Because that's what they want. They want someone who is going to take the lead and to be a leader in situations like that. There's no need to tell. There's no need to get that person in trouble. I mean, we're supposed to be a team. And it seems like that the only time you're not a team is when you make a mistake. Then you got to accept accountability. So those are some of the questions they ask you on that assessment. Again, it's common sense. You want to put the best you out there. And from what I gather, it gives them a profile of who is applying. So you want to be a leader. You want to be someone that makes the best decisions. And yes, even though you want to answer, you would snitch, don't do that. Just simply respond with the best answers and you're going to pass the assessment, because that's what I did. So once I did the assessment and I assumed I passed, a few days later, I got an email to do the video interview. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is my third video interview. I did one for United. The second was Mesa Airline. And then the last one, of course, is American Airline. So, I don't know why for American Airlines I was so nervous. I purposely waited 3 days. And you know what? They sent me a reminder yesterday. And I feel like when they send you a reminder, maybe it's like, hey, I hope you haven't forgot about us, because they give you 5 days. But I think on the third day, because United did this, they will send you an email to kind of remind you. And, so far I haven't heard from United. Of course, I haven't heard from Mesa. So this is American Airlines process of how they do their video interview. So number one, I had to download Adobe Flash. You do test out your mic, you test out your webcam. In my case, I could not connect the webcam that I'm using now. I had to use my laptop's webcam and it was terrible. So I had no choice. I didn't know how to switch over to my Logitech webcam that I had. So that kind of made me a little upset, but I hope the quality was good enough. So I kind of took a snapshot because I wanted to give you guys the most accurate information. And I know before I start, the actual questions they ask, a lot of people are going to say, girl, you are going to take yourself out of the running by showcasing what, was said. And I'm like, didn't Jay-Z sell drugs so we didn't have to? That's what I'm doing. I am trying to help you guys out because when I looked, I couldn't find no one video about American Airlines. You got people on YouTube that are giving you advice about how to nail an interview, but they don't tell you what airline specifically. They just tell you what their best practices are. I need the straight information about what happened. What happened in your video interview? What kind of questions did they ask you? Knowledge is made to be shared, not to be kept to yourself. People are selfish on YouTube. I'm making these videos specifically for the airline that I just applied for, so I can help somebody else out so you don't be wondering and guessing like I was, okay? So the first thing, so when you log in, and again, you got to get your camera, your mic settings and all that, you have to kind of test everything out, and I'm just going to pull up what was asked. So the first thing they ask is a series of 5 questions. Let me look here. It was, let's see. So it says, tell us a little bit about yourself. So the first question they ask, and this is not the interview, this is like a pre-interview question. It says, how many years of customer service experience do you have? And so you'll hit the little drop down, and it kind of ranges from, I think, 0 to 1 to 15 years. So I put mine was 7 to 15 because I have over 10 years of customer service experience. And then the second question is, flight attendants should always present a professional image. You may not have visible tattoos, facial, visible tattoos, facials, multiple or upper ear piercings, or extreme hair color or style. This includes tattoos that may seemingly be covered by clothing, but may be also seen when clothing, covered by clothing, but may be seen when clothing shifts while performing flight attendant duties. It says, are you able to adhere to this policy if selected? Yes or no? I said yes. The third question, it says, let me see. As a global airline, it is important for us to meet the requirements of travel documentation for our flight crew. Do you possess the legal right to travel unrestricted to from all countries that are serviced by American Airlines? Yes or no? I said yes. Number 4, American Airlines has several flight attendant crew bases throughout the United States. Are you willing to move to your new assigned crew base immediately after training? Yes or no? I said yes. And then the last one, please select any of the languages you fluently speak, read, write, and understand. There's a list of languages. Of course, I only speak English, so I hit English. If you have multiple languages, that would be a good time to showcase. All right, so that is the first part, a pre-questionnaire before you did the actual interview. Now, their actual process is it's a person a Siri type of voice that speaks to you. So it's 6 questions. She's going to repeat the question twice, and then they will give you a minute to think about your response. And then after that minute, of course, it immediately records, and then you have 3 minutes to answer. So the first question is, what has attracted you to be a career? Oh, I'm sorry. What has attracted you to have a career as a flight attendant at American Airlines? Now, I think I flubbed on this answer. I had so many things I wanted to say, but when it actually started recording, I kind of mumbled my words. I'm not going to lie. But what I would say is this, and I think this is effective. Hit them with their logo or motto. You know how you got to hit them with the shoulders? Hit these companies with their logo or motto. Now, American Airlines, you see, I kind of mumbled the words, but their slogan is the world's greatest flyers fly American. I said something different, so I messed up on their slogan, which when I think about it now, it's not a good thing. But what I was trying to do is to incorporate their motto or logo into that answer. And then I also mentioned that in 2017, American Airlines was Airline of the Year. And then I also mentioned that, I love how American Airlines partners with organizations to make the world a better place. Because if you guys don't know, there's customers who can donate their miles. They have like cancer research. Like there's some things that you can do with donating your miles for people in the military, families in needs, and cancer with children. So they have a way that you can donate that, and I mentioned that. And again, just want to incorporate that in your answer. I think when you put their slogan or motto, it's like, oh, she really took the time to do her research. So I try to gather as much information as I could about the airline, their achievements, their contributions. I just think it makes the answer, like if you want to talk about cake, that's like the icing on the cake, baby. It's like a wow moment, like, okay, kudos to you. So that's what I did. But I kind of flubbed on their motto. I feel bad now. That may take me out the running. I may not be in the running to be America's Next Top Model because of that answer I gave. All right. The second question. Tell a time you received memorable customer service and what made it memorable. I didn't know what to say. So with all my research, like Glassdoor, Indeed, this was not one of the questions. So a lot of these questions you're not going to find online, and that's why I'm telling you guys what exactly they're going to ask you. I mentioned fast food, and I kind of lied. I talked about how my order got wrong and how it took 2 times for them to get it right, and how the manager came and he gave us a meal voucher. I didn't know what to say. I mean, when I'm thinking about it, a memorable customer service experience. They want, to kind of just see if you even know what it takes to be good at customer service. That's how I'm looking at it, okay? Question number 3. Tell me about a time that you had to adapt to an unplanned change in your schedule. So I work in pain management, and the example I gave is we have 2 locations. How at the last minute they may need me to go to a different office. I didn't really have much of an example, but I guess in this question, they just want to see, can you adapt to change within a moment's notice? That's how I'm taking it. I don't know if I gave the best answer. Like, I recorded myself, but I'm not about to put that out there. I think with this interview, I didn't do such a good job, but I'm not going to even dwell on that. This is a learning experience. Anything in life can teach you how to do better. So like I said, this is my 3rd interview. For some reason with American Airlines, I just became numb. I don't know why. Okay, question number 4. Please walk me through your recent work experience and tell me how it has prepared you to pursue a career as a flight attendant. So this is the time for you to shine. If you have customer service experience, kind of incorporate those things into your answer. Now, what I've done is kind of talk about what I do at my job, which is in pain management, assisting the patients to their seats, helping them fill out paperwork if needed. I work also in the prior authorizations department, so I do get authorizations for patients to have procedures, but there are protocols they have to adhere to, because when you're getting sedated, there's certain things that you cannot do. You guys know about the NPO. Some, like if you're getting surgery, you may have to fast for 12 hours. So I just go over the rules with the patients as far as the guidelines, what to expect, and that's what kind of answer I gave in that question. Do I know if it's the best answer? I don't. Like I said, I'm not really too confident about this interview, but again, I'm going to share my experience with you guys so you do not be like me, okay? Question number 5. American Airlines has several flight attendant crew bases throughout the United States. What excites you about the possibility of relocating to one of these crew bases immediately after training? Wasn't prepared, so I just said, like, you know what, I like meeting new people. I like learning about different cultures, backgrounds, and that traveling to a new city or state will give me a chance to learn more about that city or state, and also give me a chance to meet people. That's what I pretty much said. I really don't know how to answer that question. I just mentioned that meeting new people, learning about a city or state, and also how I love embracing new cultures. That's how I answer the question, but that's something that is going to be one of the questions they ask you. Now, the last question is really about adhering to their policy. So they've asked twice. This is the second time they've mentioned this, but the whole extreme hair color, they have a very strict guideline. Even if you have tattoos that you can cover up, from what I take, that may be a diss, because they're saying, like, okay, what if you have a neck tattoo and you shift you do this and you expose it? I didn't want to tell them, hey, I don't have any tattoos, I have stretch marks. But I think they're concerned about, like, even if you have tattoos on your wrist or anything like that, like, what would happen if you were doing something, serving someone a meal, and they saw a tattoo? They saw your thug life tattoo on your stomach. I mean, I don't know, your facial tats. I don't see why anyone with a facial tat would apply, but they wanted to stress that importance because, again, this is their second time mentioning. They mentioned this the first time with the pre-interview questionnaire answers or questions I met. So they just want to stress that you cannot have extreme hair color, you cannot have extreme piercings, even the ones that not the ones that are not visible, but I think when it comes to your face, that you are a brand. I think of this as like you're representing us. We're not just going to have anybody put on the uniform and say that they are a part of American Airlines. They want you to be professional, and professionalism is how you look. So I think they're stressing the concern so that you understand that you cannot be doing these things, that it is disrespectful and unacceptable. So those are the questions that they will ask you. And like I said, this is what I wore. I love this wig. I think this wig is friendly. It's not disrespectful. The color is neutral. It's short. Clearly they can see my face. If they can't see me as a flight attendant, I don't know what else, okay? Pearls, you guys see the earring? Well, see the earring right there? I've had this wig for about 3 years. So this wig is a little run down, but I love this wig. This is like my all-purpose wig, okay? I can wear this wig anywhere. I decided to do a red lip. I don't know if a red lip is like the signature for a flight attendant, but that is what I decided to do. A button-up shirt and a blazer. Of course, I have on slacks. They can't see it, but this is how they want you to present yourself. So I hope this video helps somebody. Again, this was my experience. I don't know if I will get the second step. All I can tell you guys is there is a link that I'm going to put in this video. It really helped me regarding some of these concerns I have with American Airlines, and it's something to kind of overlook and prepare. It is airline specific to American Airlines, so I'm just going to include that information. But honestly, some of these questions, maybe 2 of these questions I found on Glassdoor. And again, that's the reason why I am making this video. And I took notes. I took notes, guys, before I even did this. I tried to prepare myself like I had all my answers. But some of the questions that I wrote down, they did not even ask me. So again, I hope this video helps somebody. If you are applying for American Airlines and you want to know what type of questions are they going to ask, this is it. So please share your experience, guys, with American Airlines. Let me know what you think about this video. Of course, a thumbs up would really make my day. subscribing to my channel, leaving comments, and you guys can always find me on social media. So I don't have Snapchat. That's not what I do. Okay, I don't snap anything. Okay, I am on IG, Nextloverher, and that's Nextlover, Nextlover, and then Facebook, Deanne Ford. So until the next video, guys, or to another airlines, you guys have a wonderful day. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you guys before I end this video, Omni International, they did reach out to me. Now, here's the thing. They have I guess a face-to-face interview or some type of group interview in Vegas. I live in Phoenix. I can't drive to Vegas on short notice. My job is not having that, so I can't do it. And SkyWest is another airlines that I am interested in. They are having an open call or a group interview in Phoenix out here on the 21st, and your girl will be there. So that would be my next video to kind of tell you guys about my experience with that. Okay, but anyways, enough about me ranting. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, toodles.